buy it if it's new. I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Young, hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no time.
Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is finally over. It's time to play ball.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Screen pass to Charles. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
What a spin. Fights off the defender. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And partner, when you hear about a 6'5", 235, 240-pound quarterback, you don't often think of him being over.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown Brown. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
To return it, here's Reggie Bush.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Here we go with Jamal Charles. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on first down. Bush. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He's brought just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This ball complete to Rager. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and...
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Visitors, nothing.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack by Julius Peppers. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Allen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh able to get him for a loss of about 3. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
3rd and 7.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Eluding the pressure right, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, it's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out across midfield, down to the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
And 4 at the 39-yard line.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Andre Johnson, 39 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Now Bush on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 4. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he connects with Ertz. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Finding Ertz again. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
3rd and 5.
Back to throw again. In trouble, and he's taken down.
The quarterback is sacked.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. You want the 3rd quarter? Let's do it.
Our home team 16.
So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the 3rd quarter of action. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire...
And that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 79 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Bush on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. First and goal, Bush. And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Charles. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. Fourth and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
That keeps the score. Our home team
popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
17-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to like what he's seen from himself so far, right, Charles? He's just looking, had a great first half, good here in the third quarter, just looking to keep that going.
So what you're saying is he can't wait to watch the game film on this one,
He's going
right?
to like that session.
Oh, he's going to love what he sees, but he wants to finish up strong, continue to be as sharp as what we've seen in this game.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Allen's pass.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The drive starts with Reggie Bush. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Here we go on second and 12. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Traquan Smith, 51 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Bush on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Charles. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes out right around the 39. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up
to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Allen on the keeper. A fumble on the play.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football. They'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go out to the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And they knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be caught. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Allen. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Andre Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Their own 36-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
I had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. Going deep for Diggs. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Good. The Bucs take over 1st and 10. at their own 3-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Today's final score,